Yes, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy, back again with another video. It is a Saturday, so I'll be having two more live shows today. One with Glenn at exactly 3 p.m. and the other at 6 p.m. So make sure you tuned in. Do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. You're gonna speak about Houssem Aouar and how best does he fit into this Arsenal side. What does he bring into the Arsenal side? How is he an upgrade? Because personally, apart from other people, I believe he's a massive signing. He's a massive upgrade. If he joins this club, you'd have one of the key midfielders in the Premier League at Arsenal. So how does he fit at Arsenal? How would we line up with Arsenal with Houssem Aouar in the next season and probably in the coming years? Yes then, lads, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. Do smash a like on the video, do subscribe to the channel, and of course turn on the notification bell for all the latest around Arsenal. Of course, at times it is news. I'll give you the Arsenal news, but on other occasions we're gonna look at Arsenal content. How would we line up with Houssem Aouar? It's quite a big question. Especially in the Arsenal fan base. Many people taking him as a number 10 and other people actually taking him as a central midfielder. And this is the good thing I have for you. Both of you are correct, both of you are right. He can play as a central midfielder and he also doubles as an attacking midfielder. Obviously, if you ask me the position where he's predominantly played, he's actually played as a central midfielder much of his time. But he has also played a couple of games, around 14 appearances of him as an attacking midfielder, and his numbers do not actually seem to get affected whether he switches as a central midfielder or he switches as an attacking midfielder. His numbers are actually around there. He has very good statistics, and this is his heat map. This is his heat map in the Champions League last season, part 1. That is Aouar's heat map. This is the season when we wanted to sign him, when Arsenal fans really liked him, and they were like, Cossy, bring him in. Cossy, let us sign Houssem Aouar, because everybody was really excited. So if you look at his heat map, one of the things that I do like about it is so busy, and it's not very deep. If you look at it, just onto the left hand side, what that shows you is he's gonna operate on that left hand side of the pitch. Thomas Partey can then operate on the left hand side of the pitch, that is Houssem Aouar, and then Thomas Partey can operate on the right hand side of the pitch. So we're gonna look at my at the tactical board right about now. There we go. So how best can we line up with Houssem Aouar? It's a big question, and I've tried to get my my team right. I hope it's the right one. Leno, White, Bellerin, Tierney, Gabriel, Aouar, Partey, Emile Smith-Rowe, Aubameyang, Pepe and Bukayo Saka. Probably that could be our starting lineup. Of course, you could have a few people coming in around there. You could have probably a number 10 come in to replace Emile Smith-Rowe. That could be Aouar as well. We shall look at that as the video advances. And also you could have probably someone to replace Hector Bellerin in this area as well. Pablo Mari could begin the season instead of Gabriel, but the rest stays as it is. So then basically, how do we line up with this man, Houssem Aouar? What does he give us? Because we've looked at players like Manuel Locatelli, we've looked at players like Ruben Neves and a couple of them, and the beauty with them is they kind of receive the ball in this area, right? So the beauty with them is they're gonna receive the ball in this area, especially Ruben Neves, and then progress it forward in these areas, in these areas, and that's what you want. Obviously, this area is the master as well, and that's what you want in your central midfield. As simple as that. But for me, that seems so basic. because Jacques has been doing that. He's been receiving the ball around here, and he's been actually going ahead to get the ball and make these passes that throughout the midfield. I think it's been so basic to an extent that our press has been affected. Our press has been so weak. Our attack has been so weak. How then can Houssem Aouar help Arsenal become one of the biggest and strongest midfield in the Premier League? Let's get into it. So the first thing, if you look at his statistics, if you look at his sweet map last season, this is not the Champions League. This is last season. All right. So we could just look for his heat map last season, where it is. Right. Okay. Right. In the League One last season. There you go. If you look at his heat map last season, actually, it's a little bit busier than the previous season, and you can see that he's not a very deep player. He doesn't receive this ball in very deep areas. That means his average position is not so deep. Now if we go back to our board, right, if we go back to the board, we can only see Houssem Aouar, according to his heat map, his average position is around here. That what that creates is you have Emile Smith Rowe moving in advanced positions, as well as Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and I think it makes Thomas Partey now it changes Thomas Partey's average position to around here, right? So it seems Houssem Aouar becomes the box to box in this area, because if you look at the heat map that like we have looked at it, look at that red, where the red is most concentrated. It is more of the on the left hand side of the pitch, more concentrated, starting on that halfway line, going up front. That means that is his average position. His average position is actually around this mark. Did I get the right article? Right. So around this mark, that is the average position of Houssem Aouar. That is his average position. That means you have Thomas Partey now around this area. Of course, if they are to switch, Aouar comes around here, and then you have Thomas Partey moving around here, and that would be Partey's average position, and that would be Houssem Aouar's average position per 90. The good thing with him, and the good thing that I really do like about Houssem Aouar, if you look at his statistics, very good at progressing the ball from such areas. When he gets it, he's gonna run with it until up to here, when he can play short passes with the likes of maybe Emile Smith Rowe or Nicolas Pepe or Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang around here, or switch play to look for Bukayo Saka, who could be arriving in that area. So it's easy to understand if you have a player like Houssem Aouar in your starting lineup. You're either gonna play a 4-2-3-1 or a dominant 4-3-3. Of course, 4-3-3. Emile Smith Rowe comes in that area like that, and then have Aubameyang, Pepe, and Saka in this area. So the beauty with Houssem Aouar, if you're playing him in a 4-3-3, as you progress forward, you'll have these two going forward, and then have Thomas Partey shifting in. So it's more like a 4-1, 4-1, because Aubameyang stretches a little bit, forward. Into such an area. So it looks like a 4-1-4-1, and the beauty with it is Partey can join the attack anytime, and then if we lose the ball, Houssem Aouar drops back, and then Emile Smith Rowe drops back as well. Of course, Partey drops in this area, and then Emile Smith Rowe drops back in this area. Saka drops back to cover for Bellerin, and Pepe covers for Kian Tierney as well. That's the beauty with the 4-3-3. But as well, we could have Houssem Aouar as the number 10. Being linked with Ruben Neves only shows me that Arsenal could actually decide to go for a number 8, and then we get Houssem Aouar as a number 10. So if we get a player like, for example, if we decided to use Lokonga instead of Aouar, Aouar becomes your number 10, more of a support striker. Lokonga becomes your number 6, and then Thomas Partey is the box to box. So you can as well play the pivot if you have if you have Houssem Aouar as your number 10. And obviously very good at scoring goals, 7 goals last season, so he can be more of a support striker, but also as well as creating more chances, you know, down through the channels in these areas. It gives him you know, a little bit more of freedom if he's playing as a central midfielder around here. But of course you're gonna get more out of him if he plays as an attacking midfielder, because the fact that is that if he plays as an attacking midfielder, he gets closer to goal, you know, so he can take the, you know, he can take his shots and he can score more and more goals for you in the league. So I think either way, he is a very exciting player. Either way, Arsenal will get the best out of him if he joins this summer. My name is Cossy. I'll speak to you very, very soon.